improve, है ना? अभी बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है, ठीक है? आप सबका साथ चाहिए और आप सबका कंट्रीब्यूशन चाहिए. हमें सेटिस्फाई नहीं होना है, व्हाट आई मीन टू से. हमें और अच्छा करना है, परफेक्शन की तरफ जाना है, ठीक है? With all due respect, thank you very much. Namaste. Now over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. People are sleeping. So, I have a nice exercise to wake you all up. Everybody will stand up first. Are my backbenchers standing too? How do I know they are standing or not? All right. Okay. So, I'm going to be playing this. Can you hear it? All right. When I play it like this, your hands will go up. When I play it like this, your hands will come down. Ready? Yes? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, where is my tap going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move our hands also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, is everyone's hands moving? Wonderful. Can I get some nice loud sounds? Can we all exercise our throat chakras? Loudly? Yes, ma'am. Wonderful. How about you all becoming Johnnies and me being Papa? Okay? So Johnny, Johnny? Yes, Papa. Eating sugar? No, Papa. Telling a lie? No, Papa. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth, Johnny. Wonderful. Okay. All right, my dear Johnnies, why don't you all sit down? Yeah, I'll do. So all my Johnnies are awake? I think they're sleeping again. You want me to do the exercise once more? No. Oh yes. Are we building up your appetite? Because we're supposed to break for lunch in another half an hour. So let's utilize this time to understand the bylaws. It's a little boring to understand this paperwork stuff, but it is also very important for us to know about these rules and regulations because the NCF has put a lot of importance, has given a lot of importance to the foundation stage. And there are a couple of schools, CBSE board run schools, that begin from grade 1 onwards. So for such schools, knowing these bylaws are very important. So like I said, in this session, we are going to understand what the concept of Balvatika is. We're also going to understand the affiliation rules, the bylaws, and of course, all other relevant information. So are we all ready? Have you all jumped into the bus? Wonderful. that begins just before grade 1. But when you look at it in totality, it can be included as a 3-year program, which is from your what you traditionally call as your nursery grade, that is age 3, your junior KG grade, which is the lower KG grade, which is age 4, and age 5, which is the senior KG or the upper KG grade. Okay? Now, why the importance on this particular age group? Because, like I said, the rote learning, the written work is all gone now, and the stress is on competency based, skill based studies that we are introducing into their lives. Okay? A lot of pre writing concepts, pre reading concepts, pre numeracy concepts are going to be introduced in this Balvatika phase. Okay? And what is the medium through which this is going to be done? It is through the playway method. Am I clear on this? Any doubts? I'm a very good teacher. So if there is anybody who has any doubt, please feel free to ask me. I won't scold you. I also use the playway method to teach. There are some sweet smiles over here. Okay, let's go ahead. Balvatika again is, when you see the literal meaning of the word, it means a garden mango case, which is, it is taken from the word, from the German word, the kindergarten. Okay? So basically, we've all dealt with this. So it's something that is, given back to us. Okay? We've been using it, like I think even Manish sir said, hey, aisa nahi hai ki, this is a very new concept or something. You've all been doing it, but it is more channelized now and it is more streamlined now. Okay? Let us begin with the teacher's qualification for this particular age group of children. Okay? So we need to have a teacher who has done her senior secondary of education and who also has a DEd, a DEd or a ECCEd degree, and who is, this is in keeping with the guidelines that has been given to us by the NCPE. Okay, so there's no change in that. Agreed? Yes, teachers? Are we sleeping? No. Okay. The schools don't need to change the infrastructure. Okay? You can use the Balvatika in, you can, incorporate the Balvatika in your own setup of the school. Okay? There are no special classrooms needed, but in case there is a school over here which doesn't have a pre-primary section, then the rule says that you can have 6 classrooms in 1 acre of land. You can add another 3 to 1.5 acres of land, another 3, and make it, you can take it forward to 2 acres of land. Okay, these are very technical details, not pertaining to teachers per se, but it's always better to know these things so that we are well equipped with this knowledge. Okay, can we move ahead? Great. Your school management can go through this, the entire document is there online and they can go and read this thing up. This is specifically for schools where there is no pre-primary classes. Okay? This is something that interests all of us and this is the reason why we are here. The Jadui Pitara is something that NCRT and CBSE have jointly worked on, and the Jadui Pitara is supposed to be used extensively in the Balvatika years so that, it's a beautiful box. We unfold this, we open this box and we see the contents of it in the next session. So this, it is material for all students to enjoy, and you can, even see the digital version of it on the Diksha app. The Jadui Pitara is there, so you will be able to see all that. I think we'll see all that in the next session. Okay. Now, these are some other guidelines which all of us, whether it's a school that is starting with pre-primary education or whether it is an existing school with pre-primary education, we need to know these rules which pertains to the health management of all our children. Okay, it's necessary. The bylaws say that it's necessary for you to have a competent authority in school. Okay, who would be conducting all annual checkups for your students in the Balvatika. Okay, specifically in the Balvatika. Why do you think this is an important requisite? Can somebody please elaborate this point for me? Anybody over here? Principals in the front? I'm coming there. Can you tell me why do we need early diagnosis? So, for any problem if they have it, they can be rectified.
Ma'am, say for example, the child does not have a clear vision. He will not be able to say that he is not able to see because he will understand this is what it looks like. So, an early diagnosis, early help would be able to give him a better life. Hello.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Simply
very much.
like
You're right.
precaution is always better than cure. Simply like this, we can go with this.
Yes.
The reason is, as in ma'am rightly said, like small children, they are not aware what they are going through, and sometimes even we adults also, neglect this.
Right.
Like child comes home and says that मुझे बोर्ड नहीं दिखता. So parents are like, हाँ तू आगे जाके बैठना. This is what their general intention. And then child always thinks about this where parents are neglected, and then the problem is like it becomes a bladder afterwards.
Absolutely.
So
And
it's
in
better,
this
right? Yeah.
post-COVID world,
Yes.
with the exposure of the screen time that our children are getting exposed to, and they're all using earphones and all, auditory problems and vision problems have multiplied in this age group of children. So if you have regular eye, ear, and also dental checkups, it can play a very important role in the child's overall health and development of the physical development of the child. Okay, so we are all one with this. Also, playing outside, as in running or climbing up the seesaw, or climbing up a slide, or playing on the swing, etc. You come to know, you understand if the child has any vestibular issues. We are all clear with what vestibular issues are. Issues with the liquid in the ear, so the balance gets, the child will go off balance. So all these things can be taken care of when you have regular health screenings in schools. Okay? Is there anyone who wants to add any point? Yes. Can somebody give a mic to ma'am over there? Ma'am, you wanted to say something? Please.
The auditory senses are more important because when teacher is in the classroom is giving some instruction, teacher assumes that the child has understood and listen accordingly, and you don't come to know in a group of 20, 25 children. So early diagnosis is very important.
Wonderful. And 2025 children is supposed to be the ideal scenario, whereas the reality in our schools is double that scenario, right? So it really becomes very important for the teacher to know whether the child can hear her in the first place. So the health checkup in the school is very, very important. Ma'am, please continue. Very good.
As a teacher, kindergarten teacher, so we are having some identity chart.
Right. Yes.
So before a child put admission in our school, so we are filling that form. So we know very well. So this child is allergic from the anything. So we are aware about that, and then after before we are taking a outdoor time, that time we can check the files. So it's very easy for us. We can check yes,
Allergy chart. Children are also having lactose intolerance these days. So that's why we
they don't have judgment of the staircase. So there are risks that they can get hurt while running. Somebody will push. They don't know that if I will push the front child, he
So the
will return.
gross motor skills are not
Ma'am, they are the exploring nature, so they might try to climb up also and do things whatever they want.
Man says that they are very exploratory by nature. So yes, anything is possible. So the best thing is on the lower floors. Okay. Again, very important that you have shielded tube lights in the classroom. Any reason? Children by nature can be very playful. They can throw things, and especially with the Jadui Pitara around, you can expect so much of fun activities in the class, right? And what if a fun activity leads to an accident? So if you have shields on the tube lights, fans fixed properly, not those old rickety fans in the classrooms, because again there is a fear that it will fall, or if the ceiling is leaking or something like that, then it's important that it's taken care of. So infrastructure needs to be really managed very effectively so that the classrooms become very safe for these children. Again, with the furniture, you cannot have sharp edges. Okay, especially schools where schools are running in two shifts. If the size is large, at that point of time, usually those classrooms are also shared by the older children sometimes. So schools will try to have a middle way by having slightly bigger benches so that both the age groups of students can use that particular bench. But that's very dangerous. Why? Because the same reason. Okay, so you need to be very careful about the safety parameters of your classroom. Okay. I'm sorry, sir. Sir says that we should have very dedicated rooms. Yes, absolutely. And every school where there is a Balvatika should also be very CWSN friendly. Can somebody over here please tell me what is the guideline for CWSN friendly classrooms or the CWSN friendly schools?
Even in the
Wheelchair
washroom also.
accessibility? Yes.
Even in the washroom also, to access the
Yes,
washroom.
the washroom accessibility should be there, and the toilet facilities should be there so that the should be there. Okay, so we are all a very nice crowd. We know so many things. I think we should just clap for ourselves. Come on, good. We talked extensively about the safety regulations also. I think we already discussed a lot of safety issues in our first point itself. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. When they say safety, they also mention something about disaster management. How many schools over here have this biannual mock drills, fire mock drills? Wonderful. So we're not doing anything special for these children. This is something that goes with the vision of the school. Okay, so when it comes to safety, we need to have all our equipments checked regularly. When I say equipments, I mean the fire safety, the alarms, whether they are working, the extinguishers. An annual maintenance contract with all these companies is a must, and this is something that every school needs to look into. Okay. A lot of gaming, a lot of game areas in the school, especially in the classroom where the child can explore a lot of indoor stuff, okay, and also outside where they can have a properly designated area for play activities, which includes the seesaws, the swings, the merry-go-rounds, and everything else. Okay, I think all our schools have all these things. Wonderful. So we are all following the bylaws. Okay, great. Let's move ahead.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you please allow me to interrupt you?
Sure.
As it's already time for lunch, so we'll be again.
We'll take a break for lunch and we'll come back and continue with this session and also with the Jadui Pitara session. Okay? We'll also try to finish up soon so that we don't have to invest more time. As in, I don't want you all to go home late. Okay? Thank you.
I request all our principals to please be seated. We request the teachers to first leave the auditorium.
This early for me. No, I have high chances of forgetting the charger. Thank you so much.
One, two, three, four. Till 9. It is not coming. I think they changed. Maybe. It is connected in the same time. Password is not. Password. I will download those things. Here only I will see.
We also request all our coordinators to proceed towards the dining. We now request all our principals to proceed towards the dining.
आप ही इधर रखो आप ही अभी तो सब जा ही रहे हैं ठीक मनीष सर क्या है